end game. We only have one blue potion left.
I got plenty
We should be fine.
I got plenty of fairies.
So here we go. It's finally time to battle Ganon.
I never imagined war you could be so much trouble. It's unbelievable that you defeat my alter ego, Ganon, and the wizard twice. I will never give you the Triforce. I will destroy where you will make my wish to conquer both light and dark worlds come true without delay. What are you gonna do then? Huh, not that far ahead. Fuck it.
I'll roll an iron fist. I'll give tariffs to all the citizens. Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on. It's so deliciously evil, don't you think? Come on, bro. Enough. Please don't.
Sorry, that could be Big Brother.
Oh, God. I'll protect all the citizens under my rule.
Anyone who tries to oppose me will die. It's that simple.
Yup. So if you battle again, just keep slashing them. This boss fight's actually rather simple. Just don't get caught up getting hit by anything stupid. Like the fire. Especially when they turn to bats. Otherwise, just try to take the time to hit him as he charges his attacks.
You know what?
I don't know if the arrows will work right now. Probably not.
I'll find out. Let's see.
Alright, that's cute. You can hit me with an arrow. Like I'd be stupid enough to be able to get hit by an arrow like that. Damn it!
Look at that. Wait, what the?
Yeah, this boss can be a bit of a gauntlet, so be prepared. Probably one of the better top-down Zelda fights.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly better than what Zelda 1 gave us, where he just ran around like an invisible prick. And then Zelda 2 just had basically a clone of you. Whatever that
okay,
stupid...
you know you're...
You still keep hitting him. The fight won't progress until you actually start doing more damage to him. As you do damage to him! In this phase, the floor will break! That's 2 fairies! Damn it! You got 1 more! But yeah, by the way, have a magic refill item for this fight. Just a heads up.
Yep.
I'll say this, there's a reason there are torches here in this room. Yeah, unfortunately Ganon hits like a truck. I mean, it's Ganon. What do you expect?
What do you think he was gonna... just be a pushover?
Kind of. You're dumber than I am, and I'm pretty stupid. By the way, make sure you don't fall. If you fall and use recovery items, you should probably go back and get more.
You're doing well, but can you break through my secret art of darkness?
On guard. So yes, once the room goes dark, he becomes invisible like he did in Zelda.
Why how did I...
Damn it! I thought he'd freeze it! See, now it's like the Zelda 1 fight. Bleh! You still gotta hit him with the sword. Still gotta hit him with the sword first. Ah, what the? Oh, that was kind of rude. Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta be pretty quick on this one. Oh, good. Looks like you fell over. Oh, what? You're supposed to fall! Yeah. Unfortunately, the timer this can be a little strict, so you gotta be on the ball. The good thing is, if you freeze him and the lights go off, he will still be there. So just be careful, alright? So, if we get close to dying again, you'll have to use that blue potion.
Yep.
Thankfully, this is the last part of the fight. Okay, here we go.
Sure.
Oh, wow. Oh, good, you got him too. Nice. Damn it. Oh, 1 more, I think we'll do it. Uh-oh. Stop doing that, it's rude. Alright, this should be it. Yep, it was 4. There we go. Just like Zelda 1, you need silver arrows to kill.
Oh, okay, I'm already dead. You're not dead enough.
There weren't enough explosions. Maybe I should fall now. Oh, God. Well, I beat Ganon. I should probably get out of here. Maybe it's better to take the way they give me. And there we go. Now, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past is done.
Okay, and jokes aside, the reason why I didn't fall is because the boss respawns.
Yes, he does.
Welcome, Koshi. And the essence of the Triforce. Mode 7 Force.
Are you God?
Apparently.
I thought that was Zelda. Ah, fuck it.
The Triforce will grant the wishes in the heart and mind of the person who touches it. You seem to be a decent human being. You did kill that asshole.
Although I was going to grant his wish, but don't worry about that either.
The person with a good heart touches it, it will make his good wishes come true. If an asshole does it,
then fuck them. Although...
Then we're all fucked. It grants him evil wishes. You tried to kill me with that power, you asshole.
But I'm not prejudiced, that is my role. Even if it kills me.
I grant wishes. The stronger the wish, the more powerful the Triforce's expression of that wish.
Damn! You know, drag 2 worlds down to destruction. That's one hell of a wish.
Ganon's wish was to conquer the world. That wish changed the Golden Lands to the Dark Realm. I mean, world. The Shadow Realm, one could say.
Yeah, you know what, man. You've been in hell this whole time. Who would have thought it was a reflection of our real world?
Ganon was building up his power so he can conquer the Light World and make his wish completely true. It seems a little reductive to come completely true.
Yeah, weird that we only did a half wish, but whatever.
Now you have totally destroyed Ganon. His Dark World will vanish.
Now I'm prejudiced. I'm glad you saved me. Thank you.
The Triforce is waiting for a new owner. Its golden power is in your hands.
I should probably give it to the princess. That'd be the right thing to do. But...
Now, touch it with the wish in your heart.
what should I wish for? It could be anything.
It could be a million wishes.
I won't give a wish that grants you more wishes. Damn it! We're not reversing the flow of gravity. Okay, what the hell's wrong with you? Make a
Everybody
reasonable
dies.
wish.
The end.
Everybody flies off the planet. Ah! I'm gonna create a black hole. What's wrong with you?
Return of the King. Oh. Oh, this is an Aragorn.
Yes. But yes, looks like the king was not dead after all. After that, we just did a wish to travel back in time. I don't know.
Undo all the pain that Ganon did, I guess. Hey, look, the sage is not dead anymore.
Thank God.
I will never die.
Well, you know it, Zelda's the one who killed me.
The house is finally home, thank God.
Yeah, I said I should go back to my wife.
Hey, is that Woodfade a lie?
Her cooking's terrible.
Vultures rule the
Who
desert.
gives a fuck about the desert?
Fuck the vultures, they try to kill me.
Yep. Aha, finally. I go back to my thieving ways. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm a treasure hunter, not a thief.
And the boy makes a friend. Also, it's weird that these guys decided... oh, that's who they were. I love bullying him. I love being bullied. Not a very healthy relationship, honestly.
Yonko recovers.
Yeah, you thought I died, didn't you? I got sent to the hospital. You have no idea how expensive that was. Thanks for paying all your money for that. Fuck you! Oh, now Zora's being friendly to all.
Flippers for sale.
Money makes the world go round, don't you know? We can build ourselves a domain one of these days. God damn it. Oh yeah, and they're doing their own thing. I forgot, isn't it like the assistant basically becomes the witch in A Link Between Worlds?
Well, the assistant is one of the people you save.
Yeah. Now you run into her a few times as well. Now we can cut down a second tree! You make a really good living just cutting trees.
We love destroying the environment.
Oh, the Flip Boy's alive too!
The Flip Boy is back from the dead somehow. I mean...
yeah, it really does feel like we just traveled back in time. Freaking ridiculous. Oh yeah, so the big fairy was the queen of the fairies. I think.
Yep.
And now she's back to normal, I guess. Who just looks like the others. Why do they all look the same? Thank you for saving my brother. We can finally get back to this. You would see this even if you did save my brother for some reason. Well, we restored the world back to normal. Of course we would.
The bug catching kid.
Oh, right. I guess he's healthy.
Oh yeah, we do need to return the bug catching net. Didn't serve as much of as value as I thought.
I didn't know he got sick and he got stung by a bee. He's allergic.
It was
Oh, look,
the
a bee! No, son, get away from that thing! Don't, it will kill you! But I love catching these things! It's not gold, it's not worth it.
The
Meanwhile,
lost old man is in Death Mountain. How fitting.
you're probably asking yourselves, how did I end up in this situation? Well, because that asshole stranded me and left me in that random cave. It wasn't even my house.
By the way, I was throwing all those boulders down on you.
Fuck you. Oh, yeah, the forest thief. I forgot he lives here? I really wanted that sword, damn it. All these other fakes are just not worth it.
I don't want to steal from him. Boring, man.
And now the Master Sword sleeps again.
Oh, good. You can put a sword away. I can finally rob him blind.
Now Master Sword sleeps again for 1 week. Good. Well, I didn't know Link Between Worlds happens the next day. God damn it! Wasn't any time at all! Well, there we go. That's the end of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Go ahead, Koshi. What do you think of this game?
Well, when it comes to Zelda games, this one's probably among my favorite ones. Probably is my favorite one that I think about it when I sit here in hindsight, because I've always been more a fan of the 2D games as opposed to the 3D ones. This one's a lot easier to pick up and play, whereas a lot of the 3D ones have a lot of theatrical elements that come with the 3D tech.
Modern gaming.
Tech. And because of it, it is kind of hard to really see myself replaying those. I like a lot of the 3D Zeldas, but getting myself to sit down and actually replay them is always a tall order.
Yeah.
Most of them, I think all of them actually kind of have a little bit of a rough starting point to it.
They all do. Ocarina of Time is honestly probably the best with that, because it's pretty short.
Yeah.
Still a tutorial, but relatively short compared to all the others.
All the other ones have.
All the others have it rough. Majora's Mask is the first frickin' cycle! Then, Wind Waker is just getting on the island and the Forsaken Fortress. That is kind of long.
Yeah,
and
it
the
doesn't
stealth segment's kind of
help
rude.
the Forsaken Fortress is basically just stealth section.
Twilight Princess to me is debatably the worst of the intros because it takes forever.
I'd still rather do that than Wind
And also
Waker.
some of the activities starting it are annoying, like doing the fishing for the fucking cat, and then having to do the fucking horse wrangling twice! Or whatever you do, the goat wrangling. And then the wolf tutorial as well. At least that's a little better, but still. Skyward Swords is learning a lot of mechanics where only the sword swing you're going to use. And then, basically, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, you got an isolated island to start exploring before you do the main game.
Arguably, that would be the best one. It's just Breath of the Wild's design otherwise isn't all that great.
This is a nice isolated place to explore, go to these places to do goals. Okay, do whatever the fuck you want. Who cares what you do? Just go. Oh, alright. Where do I go? Who the fuck knows? Oh, it's not fun. Alright, yep, and anything else you have to say? Go ahead. Keep going.
Nah, that's really all I have to say right now, because most of my times with Zelda is mostly been playing this game through the GBA port and all that.
Right.
Well, it's like my first one because I didn't play it through an emulator back in the day.
I have seen clips of that. I could see where you get annoyed by the fucking noise every time you swing the sword. My God. I forgot. They really love to incorporate the voice clips of the GBA ports.
It is a defining game for better and for, well, mostly for better.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this was based on the one that created the formula that all the 3D Zelda games up to Skyward Sword followed.
Yep.
You know, to the letter, except for Majora's Mask, kind of.
Majora's Mask is
That
an
has
exception.
that has its own issues, though, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I guess those are my thoughts. I mean, you know, I did play. My first Zelda game was Ocarina of Time, so, you know, I was introduced with a lot of the 3D Zelda games. Oh, by the way, here's all the times you died in certain places. But, yeah. I got introduced to Zelda through Ocarina of Time. I really enjoyed it once I figured out what I was doing. Never really liked Majora's Mask. Then I didn't really get into Wind Waker until a bit before Twilight Princess came out. I really enjoyed Twilight Princess, and then sometime before Skyward Sword came out, I finally got around to playing Link to the Past. I remember hearing a lot of good things and wondered why, you know, everybody said that a lot of 3D games just pick up on what Zelda Link to the Past did. And I played it. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like it as much as the 3D ones at first. When I replaying it after realizing what I was doing, I realized just how well this game is crafted.
The flow of this game is...
It's fantastic. It's fast, everything moves a lot faster than the 3D Zelda games, and well, having your whole initial world to explore, you think you discovered everything. And then the midway point, oh, welcome to the Dark World. Now it's harder. You have more difficult dungeons, a basically different version of the overworld to explore, then you got puzzles between both the light and dark worlds. That's why a lot of the parallel world thing was very apparent in a lot of the other Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. I was going to say Skyward Sword debatably, but that's only for
that's more of a...
that's for the trials, that's only a small bit.
Honestly, like, it's more... For Skyward Sword, it's more of the upper realm and the bottom realm. I always say that, but most of the stuff you're doing is in the bottom realm anyway, so that's debatable even.
Yeah, they could have done more of the sky, but... Yeah, there's a reason why the formula stuck for as long as it did, because it was a fantastic formula for making one of the best adventure games at the time, and still debatably one of the greatest games, as well as greatest Zelda games of all time.
There's a reason why some people would debatably put this as the top Zelda game for a lot of people, especially considering with how flexible this game is.
Yep.
There's a randomizer that's baked into this game. A lot of the Zelda games actually have that. Well, the only ones I'm aware of are Ocarina of Time in this game, but this game...
I've heard Majora's Mask one as well.
But yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, there's a reason that the Zelda series has had great fame after this game. Because this one just was an incredible adventure game that still stands the test of time even today. Like, it's one of those amongst the many Super Nintendo games that still stands as arguably one of the peaks of gaming in the retro era.
Yep. There's a reason why the SNES is considered one of the best systems of its time.
Mm-hmm.
So many games had a proper evolution to this, like Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Mega Man.
Yep. And there's still plenty of people that believe that the Zelda series has not matched up to the standards of this game. It is a pretty high bar to clear. I mean...
Well, I'll say it like this. There's a reason why I replay the 2D games a lot more than the 3D ones. The 3D ones, for as much as I like the presentation and the story and some of the characters more, they tend to drag because of the fact that it's on 3D with a lot of the presentation and storytelling and all that.
Yeah.
There's something about the 2D games that's a lot simpler to sort of just skip through a bunch of text by pressing A button as opposed to a lot of the 3D ones where you're sitting here, you're seeing a cutscene play out, which is cool and all, but it does tend to drag, especially on a replay, and you notice it.
I think that's why people still like Ocarina of Time as one of their favorites of the 3D era, because those tend to be the simplest amongst those. They have the least of the story fluff, and
yeah,
they're the most straightforward, although the end game of Ocarina of Time is a little weird. Majora's Mask's flow is weird. Wind Waker, once you pass the beginning, it stays pretty consistent after the beginning, in my opinion. Twilight Princess comes and goes. It's a little slow in the beginning with the beetle stuff. Once you get the Master Sword, it gets going pretty quickly. And Skyward Sword is just odd.
Feels all over the place.
Yeah, it runs pretty well, and then they add filler stuff. It's like, oh god, why?
Like I said, Breath of the Wild, you think I'd like it a lot more because of, you know...
It consistently goes, it just doesn't have a lot of...
It doesn't feel like it has a lot of structure to it.
Yeah.
And I don't like the world exploration of that game at all.
Yeah, I've grown less and less on it over the years. But yeah, Link to the Past is definitely a game that any gamer I feel like should play if you're a fan of adventure games at all. If you're a fan of adventure games, Souls-likes, or, you know, any kind of like exploration game, this is the kind of game that feels like one of those that's gaming homework. It's a big reason why a lot of adventure games have looked at this as being incredibly inspirational. Like, and if you're a Zelda fan and you haven't played this game, what the hell is wrong with you? Play Zelda Link to the Past, for God's sake!
No, there's Zelda fans that haven't played this game. They play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, that's it.
Get to playing this game, understand where the freaking true origins of the old formula were. For God's sakes. It's... I do love this game. I've grown on it more over the years, realizing just how well crafted it is. The secret exploration, actually having pieces of heart to find as well to expand your health. The crazy amount of weapons you have, introducing the hook shot. There's a lot this game did with the formula. That's why it is stuck for so long. And why people got tired of it for so long.
It's a formula that worked, for better and for worse, depending on who you asked.
Yep. Well, now we have Breath of the Wild doing the new formula and Echoes of Wisdom that tried to do a blend of both, and, depending on who you ask, was either pretty good or not that great.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle on that, but yeah, this is a great Zelda game, a video game as a whole. If you look at any of the Super Nintendo games, this is definitely one of those that I feel like is required for playing, along with the likes of, like, I want to say Mario World, Super Mario World, and Super Metroid. And I'm sure you could probably add some other 2D platformer
I'm a
in
selfish
there.
bastard. I would also include Mega Man X in the mix.
Mega Man X can go in there as well. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Super Nintendo has some of the best games. So, yeah, it's why it's a good console to come back and revisit.
This console does feel like the first major step forward.
Where the NES was kind of unrefined. Once you got to the Genesis and Super Nintendo, we started to get, like, actual, like, a good idea for game structure. It feels like the first
meaningful evolution from the beginning, because the NES games kind of still felt like Atari generation still kind of felt like they were similar in a lot of places.
Yeah.
There were some areas where it was good.
I mean, it wasn't until like Mario Brothers where you started to feel like a true game structure that could have like a real definite like beginning and end.
Yeah.
And then other games started to follow suit that with Zelda starting adventure games, and, you know, other games RPGs starting to become big with like Dragon Quest and stuff starting to, you know, incorporate more like epic adventures and, yeah, basically a more defined structure of how games would go. And Super Nintendo definitely pushed that forward even more.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Honestly, as a gamer, you should be playing Zelda Link to the Past. And we'll get to revisit this game again once Coda finally decides to get to it.
Yep, now I finally said my piece on this and finally got closure because this is a game I wanted to do for my channel for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great Zelda game.
Now, next time we go back to Zelda,
Zelda 2! No.
There's a reason.
No, we'll do it.
I'll be doing Ocarina of Time next.
I mean, that is a proper one to do. It is still one of the better 3D entries.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's that, Wind Waker, and then Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword are there too. Majora's Mask is mixed. And Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, they're not really good
Those
LP
games
games,
really
honestly.
are not good for the kind of style that I like doing.
Yeah.
They are not good for
They're
that.
probably good for streaming, but not really for, like,
Actual
episodic
playthroughs like
adventure,
we
yeah.
usually like doing.
Mm-hmm, yep.
So, with that being said, it probably will end when we get to Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
And-
eventually. Well, we also have a Link Between Worlds, technically, as well.
Well, I'm looking more from the perspective of the 3D ones. Because the 2D ones, we got plenty we can go to.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I'm debating, do I go into Ocarina of Time right now, or do I move
What do you want to do, Link's Awakening or the Oracle games? Right.
Huh.
I
We
do-
can think about that later.
I do the remake of the Switch version. You ever want to do that? I'd still say it's more recommended to do that than the original version. Unless you really want to try the original.
I'll say this for right now. I'll leave that part up in the air for right now. For all I know, I could be doing what I did for Mega Man and just be playing the main games and doing the side stuff alongside. But like I said, I'll leave that up in the air for right now. We've rambled long enough about this game.
Yeah.
So,
it's a great game. Please play this if you haven't already. You're a monster if you haven't.
This is King Sarkoshi.
And the MJ406.
Later, people.